Hi everyone. Oh my god, that's a lot of people actually. Oh no. Oh. Uh Hello. So good to see you. It's hi. Are we there? Are we connected? Yay. Um it's it's been 2 years since Undertale Yellow released and my life changed forever forever and ever. So we play red and yellow for some reason. Yay! Uh hope hope I can entertain enough. Hope I can give enough fun facts for all of you. We did the test stream yesterday, so everything should be working fine. Okay, seems everyone wants me to use the cocoa powder border. I am happy to oblige. Don't you just love Undertale? I considered changing this a few times during development. I think I have some videos of concepts lying around, but it never felt right because of how iconic it is. Undertale Red and Yellow. I'm very original with the name. It was very hard to come up with, you know? Also the theme. I thought it'd be funny. Yay. There you go. Everything else is fine, right? Yeah. Is the volume okay? Yeah, it should be good. Here, beautiful, wonderful, incredible people that help make this. I fear this would happen. Please. Oh, there was a storm earlier on in the day, so I was like afraid my internet would explode. Are we still in hell? Are we still in buffering hell? Oh. We back? We not back? We good? Okay. Oh my god, is that Sleepy Mouse, also known as Brooke? Cal made the Kaneko sprite and the trailer. Gesture Program made a lot of the... almost all of the armor sprites, I think. as well as as well as anything like I needed really quickly. And also the alternate talk sprites. I hope I'm not buffering still. Skybox made a few a few like sprites for Kaneko and Clover and a few other things I'm not remembering right now. And he made the running sprites for the armors. Kraman81 made all the boss backgrounds, all the beautiful boss backgrounds. Doro1 made that one screen that we'll see at the end of the stream, hopefully, if I make it to the end. Jum and Brooke made the border art. Vivian and Skybox did some additional promo art for the mod. Envy Knight made all the enemy approaching remixes. Glotch made that beautiful, incredible Friday Night Funking section with Elvilador, as well as Somniphobia and the trailer theme. And Manifestation and Red and Yellow. Whisper Jazz made Not Enough and helped with Breakcore. And Anne made the Asgore theme remix. Shade of Silent Fire, also known as Shade, is my second hand, my wonderful second writer that like it's our work like was split 50-50, I think. I worked more in on Ruins and Waterfall and True Lab and New Home, while they did a lot of the work for Snowdin and Hotland. So they were like really invaluable. I don't know who this dumbass is. And these three peeps helped with some programming. This guy also made a mod, I think. Something like one tail. I don't know. Sounds kind of dumb. I'm kidding. The UTY team, I think I don't need to explain that one. Kit Gorbanov for the original logo design. And this is you guys. This is you. Look, it's you. There's still an evil yellow bar telling me there's not enough video. So if the stream buffers a bit, I'm just gonna try not to worry too much. It is what it is. You know, actually, it would be funny now that I think about it. No, I can't. Oh my god, guys. It's Undertale. Oh, never mind, it's not Undertale. Hi guys, what's up? God, this was written like a year or like at least like 9 months ago, I think. Whee! This was like the first like actual cutscene with moving parts I did. Yeah, we did consider like an original song, like, but I I think I just liked Star too much. Also, fun fact, this scene changes if you keep doing it enough times. Frisk just gets bored and starts looking around and stuff, and there's a chance that Frisk sees a butterfly, and if you go back, you'll actually see a butterfly flying away, which fits with the thumbnail art that Vivian drew for 2.1. Hello, Flowey. The health bar is in fact red and yellow, and I believe it or not, I didn't plan that. Like, I just wanted to show I just wanted to justify the "you look hurt" line from Kara, but you know, it made me look smart, so I appreciate that. Yeah, guys, we included hit fan character Flowey from Undertale Yellow into the game. It took a lot of effort, like, it was months and months of work, but we did it. We also added Toriel from hit video game Undertale Yellow. I know. There are certain dialogues that I am unsure how many, like, which version of the dialogue it is. Like, I know I rewrote that, this one a couple of times, but honestly, I would rewrite like a lot of the Ruins dialogue again. Mostly because I think I've improved a bit as a writer, but you know, I think I would rather work on new things and worry about that stuff later. That's also one of the first lines of dialogue I wrote, like even before 2.0. I think this was here. You can tell because of the parentheses. The parentheses are still there. Is this a reference to something? Yay. I actually did not know you could do that. And anyways, there was a missing tile here originally in the vanilla game. Fixes like that are not like to make the game better or anything like that. It's just because they annoy me personally. I know this one. That's also the first time I added battle dialogue, I think. My memory is a little off in some of these. I forgot how fast Toriel walks in this part. I had to change the speed to make sure you can catch up to her with running. This hallway has never had a change in dialogue, by the way, I think. Like, you know, because it's the room where you get the talk button, it's the first thing I did for 2.0. And it stayed the same ever since. Uh-huh. There is dialogue if you wait around for Toriel, I believe. But I'm too impatient for that. We can see the backtrack dialogue though. I was afraid of making Kara too much of a meanie in this the beginning portion of the game. Oh yeah. I wanted the ghost to react to Flowey just to make it seem like they're actually like there. It's fun when they react to the world, I think. Also in hard mode, running makes you slower because hard mode is the place where you inject all the silly bits you have in your head. Speaking about making Kara too mean, I think I actually had the opposite problem where I made Clover too nice in this beginning portion of the game. That would probably be more close off. But you know. No, 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 no. There's also a few references to Narakara here. Like them saying the shadow of the ruins, like, you know. But I didn't want to confirm it in case it messed up the lore somehow. It's fun to like, but it's still fun to play around with elements of it without needing to make it canon. Clover's dynamic with Flowey is also one of my favorite things to write for. What? It's just your grave, Kara. Why are you so upset? Uh-huh. Oh, Clover, you silly goober. The ruins also is the place where the Kara is very obsessed with puzzles being good thing. I don't recall why I made that decision, but then Shade also picked up on it and made it up made it like a thing in Snowdin and Hotland too. So, you know, it's a fun bit of characterization. I can't complain. It's really silly that they... Oh. This little intro for the fights only plays for the first fight in the area, by the way. I thought it was a fun detail. like as a way to introduce you to that area. We're doing pacifist, by the way, in case that wasn't clear. This plays into the whole either Clover was in a big orphanage with a lot of children, or was part of a big family in some way. Because, you know, you're supposed to save some for the little guys. Oh, we didn't talk in this room. This is one of the first things I wrote. Because, you know, it's the first room after a talk button. The manifestation of a being's will is why that game over theme is called manifestation, by the way. The first of many examples of Kara trolling Clover for no reason. Okay, there is a reason, it's because they find it funny, which it is. Step 1, break your legs is a bit edgy in hindsight, but oh well. The correct answer here is cinnamon, by the way. If you don't suck that, it permanently soft locks your save files. I like that Toriel is the only character that has like an animation for their portrait. Angie Kara. The overworld sprites changing based on the ghost emotion was something I came up with like fairly early on. Because, you know, I could like edit the sprites pretty easily to show different emotions. I also changed it so that you had to move the other 3 rocks in here. Not for any particular reason other than it struck me as kind of weird that you only needed to push the last one. Oh, wait, right. I really actually missed the dialogue for before you push the rock here. There's a lot of very easily missable dialogue just because what the Ghostbuds say changed based on what happens in a room. Squeakity squeak. Because I saw that last talk dialogue, by the way, that makes it so the talk dialogue in Napstablook's house later is different. There are a few examples of that, of talk dialogue changing in different rooms based on the interactions you saw beforehand. Oh, is it bugged? I can change. I can see that. I'm gonna do the backtracking anyway. So I might see some of the Kara backtrack dialogue. think Oh I Remember Now plays even if you didn't talk in the Spider Bake Sale room. So that's a continuity error. 0 out of 10. Unlike disliking the game on Game Jolt. Unforgivable. I microfrog it. I didn't realize that's what the microfrog it was based on until after I started making the mod, and then I felt silly for forgetting. No, if I put it on full screen, then I won't be able to see chat. Frog it. Pink and yellow names, huh? That's a cool color combination. Few examples of Clover having deja vu for some of these things. Oh wait. I'm starting to fall for them. You're having some trouble, huh? I believe that is a reference to hit Undertale Yellow fanfiction, Falling Out of Trouble by Shade of Silent Fire, who happens to be the only other writer for this mod. We're back, right? Was a big buffer. Okay. As I was saying, yeah, I thought it was hilarious for this, and I still do think it is pretty. It's a very it's a very good bit. I don't know. It's a pretty obvious joke, but I like it. I like to refer to this incredible talk dialogue as my excuse for not writing Clover with a cowboy accent the whole time. Just because I don't know if I'd be able to do that properly. So I think it's in character for Clover to fake an accent, by the way. Just because of how obsessed they are. Sometimes I didn't know quite what to write for it, a room, and the solution was simply to make the characters talk about how there was nothing to talk about in a room. I only did that a couple of times though. Anyways. Toriel's house, also what I like to call Kara, is still too closed off to say absolutely anything about themselves. So they just joke around and pretend nothing's wrong. I thought it would be good to it was one of the few places where it made sense to make Kara say something about themselves, but I also thought it was a bit too early in the story for that. I think this is a good compromise. Oh my god, I just saw that. Red was in an earlier version of the mod, but it was removed later. That's because I wanted to put Serova in that room, just for the for the true pacifist part, because I need somewhere for you-know-who to go. And I might do something with Red later on in a... Yeah, actually, I'll stop talking. Unwilling companions. Very... A bit of an obvious, setup and payoff bit, but I think sometimes simple works best. Smells like home. In earlier versions, by the way, there was no, the dialogue was the same for before and after Toriel revealed she wanted you to stay here forever. That was changed in 2.1, I think. Why did the skeleton want a friend? Because she was feeling lonely. Oh, it's cinema. Truly the most tsundere of all plants. Did you know that snails sometimes flip their digestive systems as they mature? Yeah, that's super interesting. Did you know that this is the same fire that's used in that one room in Core? So if you kill Toriel, this fire goes out, but it also makes the fires in the core go out. I found this out in while making 2.1, I think. So we have the correct choice, the snobby choice, the rage-baiting Kara choice, and I don't know. When making this, I actually realized Undertale doesn't have the ability to make choices with more than 2 options. Which is why I had to make one for this. I do actually prefer white chocolate over milk chocolate, but I think the majority opinion is that milk chocolate's the best one. this is also one dialogue that if you see it changes the Clover dialogue at the very, very end of the game. Just, I don't know. I wonder how many people like realize that sort of stuff. I imagine most people don't do this whole game in a single sitting, so maybe not that many, but I still think it's a fun detail. Oh, Clover. You goofer. Oh, isn't that boss background beautiful? As you spare her, the door begins to fade away, and the way Tramon put it, her like emotional walls start showing. A lot of the boss backgrounds I had like very little hand in. That was mostly Tramon coming up with everything, and he did a wonderful job. What Red and Yellow expansion mods. I haven't played through any, but they look very interesting from what I've seen. It's like those that add like all the different souls to it. I talked about this in the test stream, but it is a very, very daunting writing challenge to like have that many characters at the same place at the same time, because you run into the risk of making all of them not very developed, and or B, giving them all way too much dialogue. So like every room you have a wall of text to read through. But it is very commendable. I wouldn't do it for several reasons, mostly because Clover is the only fan soul that's really cemented in the community. So you run into the risk of like, which interpretation do I go through? Do I make my own? And if you make your own, you have to like set it up fully. You don't have like any basis beforehand. Because like people already like Clover. That's kind of why the mod got popular, I think. You know, because even when it was only a very few lines of dialogue, people just wanted to see more of Clover. One Shot Red and Yellow looks cool. I like it. I don't think you can port a game to Android without like pirating Undertale as a basis, which is why I haven't made a mobile port. This is so much whiplash from Clover. The last time they saw this guy, he was like, "See you later, friend." And now he's talking about like, "Let's murder everyone." I'm kidding. Oh, you poor boy. You poor they. Boy gender neutral. Undertale Yellow by Team Undertale Yellow. Undertale by Toby Fox and Timmy Chang. Mod by whoever that is. Okay, only took like 50 minutes to get out of ruins. Hopefully you didn't realize, but that was not written by me. I was not afraid, but I hoped people wouldn't be able to notice the difference between me and Shade's dialogue. And I think it's pretty like seamless. It's a pretty seamless transition. Is that... Oh, that's just Sans, okay. Is that the conveniently shaped lamp? Stop giving money! What the hell? Thank you, how will Clover and Carol get to realizing the existence of Slayer? I won't answer that. Thank you though. Thank you Sneak the Octave. Thank you, Princess. The lamp changes if you have the ribbon, by the way. I wanted it to stay conveniently shaped. If you come back with a different armor that isn't the ribbon though, it changes the dialogue to say an unconveniently shaped lamp or something like that. Alright. I won't actually use those things. What's your favorite enemy approaching remix actually? Because I think Deluge approaching and Eruption approaching are very, very close. I wouldn't be able to choose between those two, but I wouldn't be surprised if someone's favorite was Ruins or Cold Front. Alright. I skipped a few steps. Each of the head ghosts has like 1 or 2 lines of dialogue for each enemy in battle, by the way. I won't be going through all of them because I think most of them are random. Okay, I'll be right back. I need to go do something. Okay, I've returned. Sorry about that. Oh hey. Frisk sitting down. I forgot about that. I think I think Jester made a sitting sprite for Frisk. And it went unused, but I really wanted to use it somewhere. And I thought I like idle animations in games. They give a lot of personality to the character. And the music lowers in volume a little bit. It's silly. I like it. One of the few cutscenes where I can actually see Kara and Clover reacting the overworld. I was planning to do this for a bunch of other cutscenes, but it would have been a bit annoying to do, and I also didn't have any other like funny bits like this one prepared. Like here it was like kind of obvious to make Clover mimic Papyrus, and then have Kara like annoyed. Shenanigans? I love shenanigans. Hi Doge Creations. I am unsure what led to Shade roasting the absolute hell out of Papyrus here. But it's pretty funny. it's this room also has some backtrack dialogue, I believe. I imagine most people haven't seen some of the dialogue that changes when you come back to it. Buffering? Are we good? Hey, here's something important to remember. My brother has a very special attack. If you see a blue attack, don't move and it won't hurt you. Here's an easy way to keep it in mind. Imagine a stop sign. When you see a stop sign, you stop, right? Stop signs are red, so imagine a blue stop sign instead. Simple, right? When fighting, think about blue stop signs. I think that single scene gave me at least 5% of the total downloads for this mod. This went viral a couple of times. Yeah. Hee. Yeah, this and the name Easter eggs got like 3,000 likes on Twitter, like a week or two after the mod released publicly, and I started going insane because then it just climbed up in popularity so fast, and I was like, wait, but the mod's not good yet. I just released it because a couple of people looked interested. No, don't look at it yet. It's ugly and unfinished. I was so unexperienced with programming back then. Like I knew what an if statement was and I knew what an else statement was, and that's about the extent of my knowledge. Do we keep going, chat, or do we cut it off early? Okay. Gameplay. This is what gaming is for. Yes. It would crash the game, I forget why. I think it was because of the dialogue not being, like, set properly. Toby Fox is so silly. He's such a silly guy. He ruined my life forever. There we go. Someone pointed out that this room looks eerily like the Gaster room, and I kinda see it. Hi, Horrormid. This guy was at voice crack, help me. This guy was at it like 2 weeks before the game came out, before 2.0 came out. I wanted like a little NPC from Undertale Yellow that you could like interact with early on, and then you could see that how you helped them. And I thought it was adorable to have a little guy lost in here. If you don't interact with them, by the way, if you come back in true pacifist, they scold you and say everyone else must think you're nice, but I won't be fooled. You ignored me completely. They end up in Hotland L1, but because I thought, oh, that's one of the only rooms without NPCs in the original game. But I forgot that's where Shade put the incredibly long and philosophical and awesome talk dialogue between Car and Clover about life. So now you have them having an incredibly deep conversation, and this dude just chilling in the background. I wish I had an Angry Birds joke book. Thank you for the $5. I don't... That's... I did say this playthrough was for bug testing. I just have no clue what went wrong here. The evil nice cream shopkeeper of doom that crashes your game. Alright, I'll keep that in mind for later. Oh boy. Speedrun. I wonder when that got broken. Cause I know that the nice cream shopkeeper is kind of busted because I did the code for him in New Home very early on. So I guess there's some remnants of that 1.6 programming in there. Buffering? Or are we good? Okay. That early new home was very scuffed. In my defense, I had like absolutely no experience and no idea what I was doing. Okay, lesson learned. Don't talk to the evil ice cream person. Oh, dang it. Okay, one sec chat, we're gonna be here a while. Nope. I could do this consistently a while back. Come on. Okay, one more try, one more try. Nope. Oh, I'm a failure. I'm a fraud. I'm a fake fan. How dare I? Okay, yes, at least I got yellow. Keep going. One more. One more. One more. 99% of gamblers give up before they hit it big. Oh, man. Yes, fuckable for forever. Bars. Need to check something. I think. Yeah. You can already see the dialogue for this room, right? This room made me very yeah. Incredible. This is the kind of content you're subscribed to me for. There's probably quite a few lines of dialogue that I don't remember adding. So I might miss some. If you'll forgive me. efficiency obsessed freak. I was like, oh, I gotta do this to get Jerry's yellow name in the credits. Before remembering Jerry is not in the credit. Hi, dog marriage. I already messed up with all yellow credits anyways because I lesser dog's pet status got undone by the evil nice cream man. When are you implementing the Jerry Grave route? I did actually consider at some point letting you kill Jerry with absolutely no repercussions. Like, letting you still do true pacifist even after killing Jerry. But maybe, I don't know. I still could, honestly. Okay, dude. Now, a fake fan, like, not a true Undertale aficionado would just press that switch there. But because I'm a gamer, I will do this first try. I'm so goated, dude. I'm so goated. Oh my god. Okay, write this down, chat. You got that? Thanks for the money. I appreciate it a lot. I believe this is one of the examples of I like the idea that Clover like is very silly and such, but is actually very 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 smart. It might have been influenced by me playing in Stars in Time, actually. Mart. Are you a inspiration person, or are you a sheer willpower person? For me it depends, but I think I need both. I don't actually have the skill to do this puzzle diagonally. So I'll just do the boring version. Agreed. You need the if I don't make this real I will die willpower. Just because you're watching us, that doesn't mean that you want to do us harm. Tell that to Flowey. That line of dialogue doesn't appear if you haven't seen dialogue yet. Fun detail. I wonder why it buffers sometimes. When I'm streaming at 480p. I didn't think this would be a problem. Oh hey. This girly that would usually be here is a fun event. Most people play with all fun events on, so they see both variations of this. There's 3 fun values that correspond with the Lost version, and there's 10 fun values that correspond with the normal version. Really special, like if you did some sort of special things without getting hit. This, by the way, is simply because I wanted an easier way to fight Glide without spending 5 minutes doing this. I might actually die here because Glide is a very hard fight, but I'll do my best. Fun fact about Glide, by the way. I believe Toby made a typo while while writing the flag that makes it so that you can't find him again. Which is why it's the only special enemy that you can fight multiple times. That's changed in this mod just so like it's consistent with the other 2. There is a 1% chance for Glide not to attack you for a turn. There's also like a very small chance that Doggo doesn't do the blue attack and instead does a random Snowdrake attack. I'm unsure why that's the case. I don't know why that's a thing. This is a snow puff. This, however, is a snow puff. Surprisingly, it's a snow puff. Doggo. Dogger. I wonder which fun event I got actually. I didn't check before making the stream. Well, it's not that I didn't check, it's that I didn't have a save file before then. Oh, that's true. Yeah, the reflections in the that one room in Waterfall are still tied to fun value. I believe 1 through 50 is Kara, and 51 through 100 is Clover. That's a fun detail. That's one of the first things I did for the mod, actually. It got a lot of cool fan art. It made me so happy. I'm glad people like that moment. I don't have much to say about the dialogue lines in Snowdin because I didn't write most of them, but Shade did a very good job, I think. Like this, I wouldn't have written this in 1,000 years. Oh! That's a very funny fun value to get. This was added 2 days before 2.0 came out. I forget which fun value it is. Oh, that's so silly. Yeah, that is a fan value. Most people have all fun values enabled, which is why a lot of people see that. But it's like, I think. No. I have the list here, I think. She is Yeah, she has 3 fun values. It should be 57 through 59, I think. You can post that, Glotch. I like the development stuff that shows you how busted the game was, because it shows even though it was completely busted, it still got popular and people still liked it. So it's a sign that you should follow your dreams even if you're bad at something, because then you'll improve and people will give you money or something. That's politics. Hi, Ice Wolf. You won't get tired of my voice, will you? This is telling you to read through the books, because if you read this last one, humans have proven their souls don't need these things to exist. Keep that in mind for a few rooms. He may be rather bird-brained, but there's... But I wonder at the forethought. Papyrus has, I think, my favorite boss background, just because of how many moving parts it has. Because initially you're like, oh, it's just a couple of bones. That makes sense, I guess. And then it devolves into insanity. It also adds to it that the first bone is blocked by Papyrus's hand somewhat. So, and you're focused on actually dodging the attacks, so there's a very high chance you don't realize what's going on until a couple of other bones get stolen. And it also adds to the builds up to the special attack being stolen later. Oh, dang it. The king did do that. Whoa. Oh, it's so peak. Oh my god. Toby Fox would then steal this joke for the Undertale 10th anniversary battle with Sand. I'm kidding. I doubt Toby Fox knows about this mod. I know he's chronically online and all, but I don't know. He was wondering if people were still making AUs in the 10th anniversary stream, so I don't think they're that in tune with the fanbase. Oops. That is true. Cool, dude. Tennis. Famous Undertale developer Tennis. I don't know why I did that. Dude, you're such a loser. I love you, Papyrus. King of all monsters. He is... well... he's a big fussy pushover. Yeah. My house. This room. The reason why I added this is because I wanted Maddie to be in the game. That's it. That's the entire reason. I like Mew Mew and I wanted her, and so I just switched over to the Switch version of the game. And yeah. Welcome to Scenic My House. Trans rights are human rights. Here we are, like that one song from Undertale. You can't spell prepared without several letters of my name. This, hot take guys, this game is kind of funny. Wait a minute, that gross bandage. I like that bandage. A bandage is considered clothing. I think this bug is still in the game. Oh no, I fixed it. Oh my god. I forgot. I was gonna say I kept it in because I thought it was funny, but I guess I fixed it at some point, and I just didn't remember. It's Schrodinger's programming error. Either you can't tell if it's still in the game because it's funny, or if it was removed because it's an actual bug. Maybe cool it a little bit. I like his perpetually floating hat. I do all the Papyrus phone calls too, but then the stream would be twice as long, so maybe not. Walmart. There's water and it falls. What else is there to know? Can you tell we've switched over to meet it back again? At some point in development, I was scared that I'd make too many like talk dialogues that were like, remember this thing from Undertale Yellow? But then I thought, there's so much dialogue that I'm probably just overthinking it because I vividly remember every single one. It's probably not too noticeable in normal gameplay for most people. Pick of flowers, huh? They're pretty neat. Can you imagine that though? Repeating the same thing again and again. Do you get it? Do you get the joke? Do you understand? There's a very small chance for Clover to say something slightly different in that repeating the same thing again and again part. It's very rare though. Where's the funny email, man? I would never in a million years add that wretched creature to this game. I hold so much disdain for that absolute filth. I'm not salty that he gets 11 times as much screen time as Jevil. I'm not mad at all. Have you ever heard of the talking flower? I really like this moment. True. Someone should make a mod where Jevil constantly talks to you throughout the game. If you get the Devil's Tail or the Jevil Tail or the Devil's Knife. Ah crap. Oops, I forgot about the talk dialogue here. Actually, I think if you don't do the talk dialogue there, it makes it so they say it in Waterfall instead. If I program that correctly. I'm gonna take a short, tiny little break in a second. By the way. Yeah, I'm smart. He does care about someone. Okay. Be right back. Hi. I'm back. My mic was on for a few seconds after I went to the be right back screen. So hopefully you didn't hear how I murdered Spamtown off screen. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I forgot to put on my Undertale shirt in the morning. That was my bad. Here is the classic example of Shinix got really bored one day and decided to do this stuff. This also, I think, got into a few popular clips because of the why did you jump joke. I think I also jump scared a few people with it, as far as I know, which was really silly. I like Clover realizing what happened to Integrity. I did my best with that dialogue at the time. Also the one with the Echo Flower and the shoes room. I hope it was interesting enough. I like it was like one of the most more easy like things I thought of for coming up with Clover characterization. Oh yeah, there's dialogue for if you reload and do that thing with that joke fight with Sense again. Where he talks about how you didn't even flinch. I think that was a suggestion from Shade. You good? Okay. Oh, oh, absolute banger incoming. Little known fact: Sound Menu and Sound Squeak have have each other's name for some reason. I should put on the tutu actually, it's really cute. Look at them, so silly. My tutu. It's not on my list of priorities, that's for sure. Jandroid, huh? That's supposed to have the Clover soundbite. Oh no. Mod ruined. Oh no. I'll fix all of these of the things I find after the stream, and release a patch, probably this weekend or something. And humans have proven their souls don't need these things to exist. I like that line. Mainly because it's a stolen line from Toby. Hey Clover, please use trigger warnings next time you're gonna trauma dump. I realized these sections would be really easy if you were just able to run. And I was wondering if I could get away with an excuse for just Frisk not running, and because they felt like it is as good an explanation as any. So that's why that comes up a little bit later on. Clover, why are you venting on main? Are we still in buffering hell? I said buffer for a bit. Oh wow, wait, why is my internet connection ass? No. No wonder. Oh my god. The evil storm from earlier. Okay. Oh, fun fact. Where is it? Yeah, the gems on the southern wall shine in a spectacular pattern. It's a nice thing you can see the southern wall from this angle. Clover after reading one book and bragging about their knowledge. I'm kidding. This is basic knowledge, Kara. As opposed to the ruins, where I'm torn on a few of the dialogues I really like. I think I did a pretty good job for Waterfall. I'm not gonna risk talking to an ice cream guy. Birdie, hi bird. Yeah, I think I did pretty good for Waterfall. Good talk. I mean, it's not freezing and you're not choking on sand, so it's certainly been worse, haha. That is line for line, bar for bar, something Flowey says in the Steamworks, in a neutral run, in Undertale Yellow. I don't know how many people know that. I thought it was a fun callback. Oops. It should actually be, will you take them? Because they're two shoes. It played the sound and it should have happened. After such a suspicious question, you would obviously change your clothes. Oh hey, what's this room? I wanted to put the next room somewhere, but I didn't know where, so I thought this was as good a place as any. I think it lines up relatively well with the trash room. I'm not sure though. Waterfall's layout is kind of funky. It's about the journey, not the destination. Aha, 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 aha. Hi, Onion-san. They think they have a line of dialogue for every single time they stop to talk. I don't know why. I don't know why it felt like doing that. In Waterfall. Yep, that sure was an onion. Dude, she's spitting. Now the next room is interesting. I don't remember why I decided I wanted Violador to be in there. The absolutely most horrible way to play that. It originally was gonna be a battle, like in Undertale Yellow, but that would have been much too difficult for my programming abilities at the time, and B, I thought this was infinitely funnier. Besides, it's completely optional, so I didn't feel guilty about like making people play a rhythm game. I had to reprogram this part at some point because originally when 2.0 first released, I had done this entire like every single song I had charted in about a week because I kept putting it off because I didn't want to do it because it seemed boring. I can confirm that Glotch made the recorder sounds himself. It's very, very silly. I think Jester did every single sprite for this part. Shout out to them. Yeah, Frisk famously has a recorder in the entirety of Undertale. They just never take it out or in the original game. Or maybe like Bailador made it spawn into their hands. Originally, if you died, you had to restart from the very first song, but I think I added an option. I think I changed that like pretty quickly in at 2.0.2, I want to say. I try to make it not too difficult because I too am kinda... I'm not bad at rhythm games, but I'm not the best, so I didn't want to do something too complex. By the way, something I forgot to say about the credits. The mod credits on the main menu. If you press enter or C on a person's name, it takes you to their website. But this, I didn't realize this was broken because it works fine in Firefox. It only breaks because the particular version of GameMaker that this is in like had an error with Chromium, I think. Anyways, I think at some point I wanted this to like raise your stats or something, but then I realized it'd be funnier if it did that. Also, fun fact, the umbrella you hold changes depending on the armor you have. Hi, Kara. Hi, Asriel. I did mention that. Um, the reason Kara shows up more than Clover is that a lot of the fun values instantly, once you see them, uh, it changes your fun value to 0, which Fondis, stop throwing money at me. Um, I completely forgot this was the room.